Hi, so this morning we're going to look at using the big blue button apparatus inside of Canvas. Basically, this is Canvas built-in teleconferencing application. They purchased Big Blue Button a few years ago and they've integrated it directly into Canvas. Essentially, the difference between this feature and Zoom, if you're using Zoom as a teleconferencing application, the major difference is this is built into Canvas, so you don't really have to distribute the information to connect. It's already built into Canvas, and so all your students will automatically be invited. You won't have to invite your students or anything like that. It's a lot more convenient. I'll say whether it's better or not, I'll leave that up to you. Some people prefer Zoom still, just because people are comfortable with it. Some people prefer Big Blue Button. What matters is that you find one or the other and that you use those tools. So I'm here to show you how to use them, and you can decide which one you choose to use. Let's go ahead and look at Big Blue Button and we'll get started. Okay, we're in Canvas desktop here. I'm going to go ahead and click on my sandbox, and we'll use that one for our demonstration purposes. And essentially what you want to do in order to use the Big Blue Button is, first of all, to click on the navigation link, Big Blue Button. When you do that, it will take you to the interface. Now, as you can see, there have been several conferences done in this class, but I have no new conferences. What I need to do to schedule one is just click on the Add Conference button. I do that, I can change the name of it. Actually, that's not the name. My conference type is going to be Big Blue Button, but I can change the name, and I'm going to call this one, I would say call it whatever your class name is. And also put the date in there. Let's say 2025. How about that? Duration is 60 minutes. You don't really have to do anything with this duration, because what you're going to do down here, first of all, enable recording because you do want a record of it. Second, no time limit. And if you leave this one, or if you check this one, you don't have to worry about the duration. So that's the other really big difference in Canvas, is it has a duration. Big Blue Button does not. You can go as long as you need to. Enable waiting room. This is a good idea for security's sake, so you can see who is all accessing the class. And then add to calendar. This will add specifically to the class that the calendar in Canvas. And this is another really big difference between Big Blue Button and Zoom, is if you want to add Zoom to the calendar, you have to download a calendar file and then add that to the Zoom, or pardon me, to the Canvas calendar. But with Big Blue Button, if you tell it to add, it's going to add directly it's going to add that directly. Then you can set the date. You wanted that on the 25th, and the class starts at 6 p.m. So basically that's all you have to do. Now this will be added into the Canvas calendar. Your students will all be able to see it, and then of course the end date should be basically an hour later. So let's go 25th, and we're going to make this at 7 p.m. So now you have scheduled for an hour. We're going to give it a description. We're going to call it class lecture. And once you've done that, click Create. And now you'll notice that this is set up. Now, I scheduled this for the 25th, but we can start it early. Essentially what you would do is on the 25th at 6 p.m. you would click on the Start button. It would open the Big Blue Button application. And how would you like to join? Go ahead and click on microphone, because you need to be able to talk. Testing 1 2. This allows you to test your source and your speakers. And then we're going to say join audio. Okay, now you're currently joined. This information is useful here because for those of you that can't, or for those who can't get on for some reason, whatever, there is a number here that they can call on their phone and enter this PIN number, and if they do that, then they'll be able to access the conference via phone, so they can at least hear There's some tutorial videos up here. If you need to invite a guest, let's say you wanted to add someone to the meeting that was not in part of the class, you can use this link and basically send them this URL, or just click on invite, and this will allow you to send them an email with this link in it, and they will be able to join the meeting even if they're not in your class. So if you have someone, teacher's aide or whatever, that you want to add to the meeting, to the class lecture, then that's how you would do that. Okay, but back to our interface. You can record it just like you would. In fact, I highly encourage you to record all of your online lectures. Click the Start Recording. It will say, you want to start? Yes. And so now we are being recorded. This background here essentially is just an advertisement is what it amounts to. So what you'll want to do is skip to slide number 2. You can actually delete this slide before you start the meeting, but I usually just skip to slide number 2. And this slide will allow you to work as a whiteboard. You can draw on it. You can move things around on it. Pardon me. If it's big, if you have a big, like a large picture imported in the background, you can slide it around. You can erase. You can make shapes and arrows, and you can add text. And you can put sticky notes up. So there are a lot of things that you can do this as a background. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording because I'm actually recording this through my other application. But regardless, you would still be recording. You wouldn't pause it unless you just needed to for some reason. You can modify the whiteboard here. You can, if you need to get to your desktop, you can minimize it here. There are a lot of different things that you can do. You can change styles here. You can undo and redo here. Let's see. You can make the presentation full screen if you choose to do that. You can take snapshots that you can save. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can add different actions. You can start a poll for your students. You can play an external video. You can upload PowerPoint slides. You can select random users to ask questions to. Activate a timer in case you want to do like an internal quiz or something of that nature. You can change the layout, and you can share your web camera on the slide. If you need to put your face on the background, you can set your web camera up as a part of the content that goes into the slideshow. Once you've got your presentation set up, basically at this point your students are going to be joining. You'll notice over here you've got where it says user management. This is your waiting room, and so basically what it does is it allows the students some place to wait while you are setting everything up. So as it becomes time for the class, they'll be listed under this heading, waiting. You can add them in. So then users here, instead of just being you, will have all your students listed there. There's a public chat, just like in Zoom. You can send chat messages. You can send out documents. You can share notes. These will be visible to all the people and students. So essentially that's how you would run your class. Now, you would continue your lecture until you have completed it. If you wanted to set up a set of slides, you can basically have as many slides as you want down here. You can share your screen. You can set up reactions. If you want to get people's opinions, up, down, waves. If you want to have people raise their hand in class, they'll be able to do this as well. These are just basically some tools that you can use to facilitate your lecture. Once you have completed the lecture, once you're completely done with it, then you'll come up here to the 3 dots menu, and you'll say End Meeting for All. Now this will boot everyone from the meeting, and this will close the meeting down and take you back into Canvas. So let's go ahead and end the meeting. Are you sure? Yes, we want to do that. And you can ignore that and that. All right, now, once you're back in Canvas, you can go back to Big Blue Button, and you'll notice that under New Conferences, it still says In Progress. So you need to kill this meeting here as well. This is important because this tells it that it's over with and that the video can start rendering. So go ahead and click on End. You're sure? Yes. Okay, now the meeting has moved down into Concluded Conferences. It's going to take anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes for the video to completely render. At that point, you'll see another link below it here, and you'll be able to access that, and then you'll be able to watch the video again, or you'll be able to download it and distribute it. So we're going to go ahead and wait for this video to download or to get ready. I'll probably cut however long it takes. I'll cut that time out. Okay, as you can see, there's now a drop-down arrow next to our conference. We click on that. We have access to these links here, notes. These are the notes that you shared earlier if you did share any. Statistics, these are how many people watched and how many people and how long they stayed on. And then the video, this is actually the video link itself. If you click this link, it will take you to the Big Blue Buttons page. This is where the video is hosted. Now you can share this link with anyone you want to. However, what's easier to do than that, let's go ahead and click on play.
And so now we are being recorded.
Okay, so you notice I started recording there, but what you can do is just anywhere out in the video surface, right click and select Save Video As, and it will let you download this video as an M4V, which is basically an MP4. You can work with this in Premiere Pro or any other editing software, and then you can upload it to YouTube, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and save it into my video folder, and I'm going to rename it, give it a comprehensible name, Computer Maintenance Class, and I'm going to say 2025. Okay, so now I'm going to save it. It will download to that folder, and if I click on the folder and bring it over where you can see it, oh, I think I locked it up. It's terrible. There we go. Alright, so now if we look down here, there's my file, and if I double click on it, I can play it. And sure enough,
So now
it plays. Now I can edit that, I can upload it to YouTube, I can share it on other platforms, I can do anything that I need to do with that file. This is another reason that Big Blue Button is, in my opinion, a lot more convenient than Zoom, is because I have control over my videos. We have a premium account with Big Blue Button, and so these hosted videos will never go away. You'll always have access to them. But at the same time, I just like being able to, I like to add graphics and some other things to my videos that you can't do while you're doing the conference. And so essentially what I do is download them and then edit them and then upload them to YouTube. But regardless, if you choose to do that or not, you do have access to your recorded videos, and you can then put them on YouTube and then embed them back into Canvas in some more convenient location rather than having the students go to the Big Blue Button link. You could actually take that video, upload it to YouTube, and then embed it into, let's say, the page where you have assignments for this class. You can put the video there. There's a lot of different things you can do. If you have any questions about stuff like that, please feel free to contact me. I have a lot of strategies that you can use. Regardless, that is how you would use Big Blue Button. Once again, you have all of the videos that you've done, you still have access to them. This one I did in August of 2024, and I can still watch it. I can still go over here, and there it is. It's still there. So you will always have access, because we do have a premium account with Big Blue Button. And so you can always keep up with your videos. Once you're done, once you've completed them, then basically you do whatever you need to do. If you do want to get rid of them, though, you do have a delete button over here. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I hope that gave you some insight into using Big Blue Button. In my opinion, it's a lot more convenient than Zoom to set up as a synchronous online education tool. You don't have to share information as far as login information. You don't have to send out emails. You don't have to keep a list of all your students' Grayson emails so you can send it to them to invite them into meetings. They're automatically invited in, basically. All you have to do is just set up the conference in Big Blue Button in Canvas, and it automatically does that. It automatically schedules it into the calendar, the Canvas calendar. You don't have to download anything to set it in the Canvas calendar. It automatically goes there. So, like I said, in my opinion, it's a lot more convenient than Zoom. Some people use Zoom still because they're just used to it, but please give Big Blue Button a try and let me know what you think. If you have any questions about this or any other video conferencing applications, please let me know. I can be reached yr@grayson.edu, and have a good day.